On Beyond the Gates, we get the chance to see Winterfest one more time and get another look at all the power moves, grooves, and sloppy Betty Boos. Strap in and let's go. If you were hoping for fresh drama in Fairmont Crest this holiday week, you might have been disappointed to see Repeat on your DVR guide. But let's be real, if we had to relive any moments from the fledgling first season of Beyond the Gates, the Winterfest saga was the correct choice. The powers that be gifted us a rewatch of the opulent two-parter that originally aired earlier this month. Frankly, I needed a second look to fully appreciate the budget-busting cameos and the seeds of destruction planted amidst the fake snow. The glitz, the glam, and the vocals first. Can we talk about the star power? Today's Repeat featured the one and only Keke Wyatt belting out a holiday classic. In a genre where special musical guest often means a fictional pop star lip-syncing badly, Beyond the Gates flexed its CBS muscle. Keke'S performance wasn't just filler, it grounded the event in a sense of reality and high-stakes society. It was the perfect backdrop for Nicole's jaw to hit the floor when her blind date arrived. Enter Dr. McDreamy. Speaking of Nicole, the arrival of Greg Vaughn as his Dr. Kial Robbins is the holiday gift that keeps on giving. Vaughn, a veteran of the soap trenches, brings an immediate gravitas that Nicole desperately needs. Their chemistry in these repeat episodes was instantaneous. While her ex is busy with his daughter, Kial offers a mature, steamy alternative. Is Nicole about to enter her player era? One can only hope. Anita Dupree, matriarch or mean girl? The Yesterday Repeat reminded us that Anita Dupree plays chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Hiring Marcel to babysit Leslie at the gala? That is a level of petty that I aspire to. It was calculated, cold, and absolutely hilarious. However, it also highlights the growing cracks in Anita's armor. We know that her health secret is weighing on her, and this control-freak behavior at Winterfest was clearly a deflection. Watching it back, you see the fear behind the frostiness. Vanessa's sloppy spiral. Alas, poor Vanessa. Watching her drunkenly stumble through the gala again was painful, yet strangely satisfying. Her slur-filled read of Leslie was the moment of the night. It's a classic soap trope, the drunk lady at the fancy party, but it served a purpose. It isolated Vanessa further, pushing her toward rock bottom, and set the stage for the Joey drama that has since transpired. The takeaway. While some fans bemoan repeats, this look back at Winterfest was crucial. It wasn't just a party, it was the calm before the storm. It established Eva's place in the family, cemented the Vernon's secret threat, and gave us the glittery spectacle we crave from a wealthy black soap dynasty. If this is how Beyond the Gates does the holidays, I'm already RSVPing for next year. Hey babes, welcome back to Gossip Delight. It's your girl Daisy, and trust me, today's tea is scorching, steamy, and absolutely unmissable. Buckle up, because we're diving straight into the drama. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of December 29th, January 2nd tease that Leslie Thomas will propose an alliance to Joey Armstrong, while the Dupree family will reel with sorrow. Before we start unpacking all the drama that's slated to take place over the next 5 days, there's a small preemption fans need to know about. Beyond the Gates will not air a new episode on Wednesday, December 31st, as CBS is covering the Sun Bowl during their time slot. With that said, the daytime drama will get back to its regular schedule as of Thursday, January 1st. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of December 29th state that as Christmas has passed, Anita Dupree will press the button on telling her family about her breast cancer diagnosis. Danny Dupree and Nicole Dupree will find out first, and the two sisters will be rocked to their core. As the week goes on, the news of Anita's breast cancer will spread, as Catherine "Cat" Richardson and Martin Richardson will be brought into the loop regarding their grandmother's dire health condition. In an ironic twist, the two siblings will argue about something once they've found out. Will this situation bring Cat and Martin closer together, or potentially cause another wedge? In addition, Chelsea Hamilton and Naomi Hawthorne will visit their grandparents and be informed of what's going on. All in all, the entire family will be shaken and very emotional over this news. At some point next week, Danny will try to tell Bill Hamilton about what's going on with her mom. It sounds like she may interrupt his New Year's Eve plans with his child bride, and Haley Hamilton won't be pleased about Danny once again shattering a romantic evening for the two. Regardless, it looks like Haley will once again have to swallow her pride, as Bill will rush to his former mother-in-law's side and provide her with some unsolicited advice. Meanwhile, Danny will try to be there for Vernon Dupree, so he'll have someone to lean on in all this too. Across town, Martin will reveal something to Bradley Smitty Smith, while Kat decides to keep something a secret from Tomas Navarro. Are both situations about Anita? Why wouldn't Kat fill her boyfriend in on what's going on? Across town, Leslie will shock Joey when she presents a business proposal to him. What could this be about, and will he say yes to teaming up? In other news, Eva Thomas will pull back from Isaiah Hawthorne. From the looks of it, Isaiah will refer to Eva as his girlfriend at some point during the week of December 29th to January 2nd, so she may get a little freaked out by the rushed commitment. Could there be trouble in paradise between these two already? Beyond the Gates spoilers note that New Year's Eve celebrations will take place next week, as Fairmont Crest welcomes in 2026. R&B singer Kenny Lattimore will appear during the Tuesday, December 30th episode, as he performs at Uptown's NYE festivities. Speaking of NYE, Ted Richardson and Shanice Johnson will share a lip lock at midnight, so it sounds like these will move out of the friends zone into something far spicier. As the weekend hits, Ted will catch one of his daughters off guard. Still, which daughter will that be, and what does he say that stuns them? Finally, in a spoiler that's almost as boring as their romance was, Derek Baldwin and Ashley Morgan will have an awkward encounter. What else is new when it comes to these two? Here's hoping a reunion is not on the horizon. Beyond the Gates, spoilers reveal that the week of December 29th is sure to be one for the books, as the new soap bids adieu to 2025 and ushers in a new year of drama. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the next 2 weeks, December 29th, January 9th, reveal that Ted Richardson will shock one of his daughters, while Leslie Thomas and Detective Marcel turn up the heat. Plus, CDL has more information about Jordi Villasuso's debut on the new CBS soap, so it's time to talk about it. First off, Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of December to 29th to January 2nd reveal that the Dupree family will learn about Anita Dupree's breast cancer. Danny Dupree and Nicole Dupree will be the first to learn the news, and it'll eventually trickle down to Anita and Vernon Dupree's grandchildren, Catherine Kat Richardson, Martin Richardson, Chelsea Hamilton, and Naomi Hawthorne. The BTG preview for the upcoming week shows the entire family reeling from this shocking announcement, so viewers should brace for a ton of emotional moments up ahead. With that said, there will also be conflict. For one reason or another, Kat and Martin will land in an argument after hearing about their grandmother. They just mended fences after a major blowout, so could this shatter their sibling bond once and for all? In other Kat news, she'll keep something from Tomas Navarro. Will she not tell her boyfriend about her grandmother's condition? Why wouldn't Kat want to lean on Tomas during this difficult time? Speaking of turmoil, there will be a heated encounter between Danny, Bill Hamilton, and Haley Hamilton. Danny will attempt to tell her ex-husband about her mom's breast cancer, as Haley insists on Danny leaving their home. Still, despite the tense moment, Bill will eventually learn about his former mother-in-law's diagnosis, and as the week winds down, he'll visit Anita and provide some support and advice. Meanwhile, Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of December 29th, January 2nd tease that Fairmont Crest will have a number of NYE celebrations to welcome in 2026. There will be one at the Country Club, as well as Uptown, where R&B singer Kenny Lattimore will perform and act as a special guest in the days ahead. Plus, viewers should brace for a New Year's kiss between Shanice Johnson and Ted Richardson at midnight, as they ring in 2026 at Orphe Jeans. Elsewhere, Joey Armstrong will be shocked when Leslie presents a proposal. Is this about her free clinic or something else? Back to Ted, Beyond the Gates, spoilers for January 9th imply he'll stun one of his daughters, but it's unclear which daughter it will be. Could either Eva Thomas or Kat catch Ted with Shanice? Will they share more than just a kiss on NYE? In addition, Leslie won't only try to form a partnership with Joey, but during the week of January 9th, viewers can expect to see the baddie and Detective Malone get much closer. Beyond the Gates Season 2 preview was recently released, and it shows the two in some steamy scenes together, including a clip of them in bed. It's important to note that Season 2 officially launches on Friday, January 2nd. Finally, news hit this week that The Young and the Restless alum, Jordi Villasuso, will be joining the BTG cast sometime in Season 2. He also appeared in the Season 2 promo for a millisecond, and the clip showed him getting mighty affectionate with Ashley Morgan at Uptown. It seems like Villasuso's character will be Ashley's new love interest, so could he debut during the week of January 9th, or shortly after that? Only time will tell. No word yet on who Villasuso will be playing. Beyond the Gates spoilers hint that the next 2 weeks will be filled with heartache, drama, intrigue, and a little romance, so fans will have to tune in to make sure they don't miss a moment of the campy fun. Beyond the Gates spoilers suggest the CBS soap released its preview video for the week of December 29th, January 2nd, and there are some bombshells ahead. What's set to unravel in Fairmont Crest over the next 5 days? The Isnyat. Read more below. The Beyond the Gates promo for the week of December 29th opens with Vanessa McBride and Joey Armstrong gathering at the country club as everyone's champagne glasses are raised. The clock is counting down as the crowd shouts Happy New Year. Scenes shift to Orphe Jeans, where Shanice Johnson and Ted Richardson hit midnight together, and they share a kiss. As the BTG preview continues, there's a NYE party at Uptown. Dr. Madison Montgomery excitedly tells Chelsea Hamilton, "No flippin' way, it's Kenny Lattimore." The R&B singer is shown on stage and will be a special guest star next week on the daytime drama as he performs some of his hits. The Beyond the Gates weekly promo reveals a clip with Isaiah Hawthorne as he shares a scene with Eva Thomas. The two are talking in her apartment when he states he can have a girlfriend with any career, and she stands up and states, "Woo, what did you just call me?" The next clip is of Leslie Thomas with Joey at his casino. He asks what she is here for, and she replies she has a business proposal he'd be interested in. What will she suggest? Over at the hospital, Anita Dupree will be in a room with Vernon Dupree when he informs his wife that it's time to tell the family. The Dupree patriarch has breast cancer, but didn't want to tell her daughters and grandchildren during the holidays. As the scenes shift, Vanessa can be seen at the country club's NYE party once again, as she notes that Nicole got a call and rushed off. She questions if it was an emergency, as a clip of Danny Dupree resting in Andre Richardson's arms on their couch is revealed. Danny is then at Bill Hamilton's mansion, very emotional, as Haley Hamilton angrily tells her to get out. Bill informs Danny that there's nothing she needs to tell him right now that is that important, when his ex-wife harshly interrupts, saying, "It's about our girls!" The final clip is of Nicole Dupree crying as her back is against the wall. Are you excited about the week of December 29th, January 6th? Share your thoughts. Tune into the CBS Soap Daily and check out CTS often for the best Beyond the Gates updates, spoilers, and news. Lines blur as loyalty, love, and survival collide. The Monday, December 29th, spoilers for Beyond the Gates focus on Leslie courting Joey with a scandalous offer. Meanwhile, Anita and Vernon struggle to accept their new normal. The Christmas celebration is over. Vernon, Sharon and Tracy know Anita has breast cancer, but Anita is waiting until the holidays are over to reveal it to the rest of the family. One secret that was outed. Vernon turned to Sharon for singing lessons so he could surprise his wife with his newly acquired vocal skills. He beautifully belted out Joy to the World and Never Can Say Goodbye. There was never any affair between Sharon and Vernon. Elsewhere, Leslie had a festive Christmas. She spent much of it with Peaches and then her daughter, Eva. The two exchanged gifts in style at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. Afterwards, Leslie visited Ted in his hotel room, and they had a nice conversation. But Ted was not willing to pursue anything deeper than friendship with Leslie. Eva's Christmas joy continued when she and Isaiah connected on a deeper level at her place. As for Ted, he and Shanice celebrated together with pizza and cheesecake while watching A Christmas Carol. With Christmas over, it's time for Leslie to get down to business. And whatever business she has, it involves heading to the casino to enlist Joey's help. The weekly spoilers suggest that Leslie courts Joey with a scandalous offer. Knowing Leslie, this offer, should Joey accept, could cause drama, damage, and destruction for one of her foes, or someone who she thinks is an obstacle. Or it could be a shady way to get the free clinic off the ground so she can get the glory she feels she so richly deserves. Which scenario will it be? Understandably, Anita and Vernon struggle to accept their new normal. She received a brutal diagnosis. The type of breast cancer she has can be aggressive, especially in Black women. And it's stubborn in the fact that it has a higher recurrence rate, meaning it is likely to return even after the initial treatment proves successful. Anita and Vernon will need their entire village to help them through this, which means they will have to inform their family sooner rather than later. Also coming up on Monday, Danny and Vanessa compete over the same man. Danny and Vanessa are friends who are always honest with each other, and most of the time, they refrain from making judgments about each other. Something else they have in common? They're super competitive. So what triggers this sudden challenge of two of Fairmont Crest's fiercest females? Finally, Eva and Isaiah connected in a special way on Christmas. But the close and cozy vibes they had with each other take a turn. Eva pulls back where Isaiah is concerned. Why is Eva suddenly sabotaging this relationship? Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of December 29th, 2025 to January 2nd, 26 tease an emotional stretch of episodes as the Dupree family faces a life-altering revelation. News of Anita Dupree's health slowly begins to surface, sending shockwaves through the family and forcing each member to confront the reality of what lies ahead. As loved ones react in different ways, old tensions resurface and new conflicts emerge, particularly where Danny and Bill are concerned, much to Haley's displeasure. The week also brings moments of romance and surprise as Fairmont Crest rings in the new year with a special guest performance by Kenny Lattimore. Relationships shift, secrets are tested, and unexpected connections form during New Year's Eve celebrations. Anita and Vernon try to process the difficult reality they are facing. Adjusting to their new normal proves harder than expected. They wrestle with what comes next and how much to share with their family. Elsewhere, Leslie approaches Joey Armstrong with a surprising proposal that immediately raises the stakes. Danny and Vanessa end up in an unexpected situation involving the same man, creating quiet tension. Eva suddenly pulls back from Isaiah, slowing their growing connection. The day sets the emotional foundation for the week, with personal challenges unfolding across Fairmont Crest. Fairmont Crest prepares to ring in 26 with a New Year's Eve celebration. Kenny Lattimore delivers a special performance during the festivities. Behind the celebration, serious news begins to spread. The Dupree sisters receive information that leaves them shaken. Ted and Shanice's longtime friendship shifts as romantic feelings surface. Chelsea continues working on a new scheme while Derek and Ashley share an uncomfortable conversation. Joy and tension exist side by side as relationships change and the family crisis deepens. Beyond the Gates is preempted for Sun Bowl coverage. No new episode airs. Storylines remain unresolved as the family continues reacting to emerging news off-screen. The pause comes as emotions are high following New Year's Eve revelations. Viewers are left waiting to see how the Dupree family will handle what comes next. Nicole shares painful news with Kat and Martin. The conversation quickly leads to an argument between the siblings. Both struggle to process the situation in their own way. Danny, overwhelmed, turns to Bill for support and makes it clear she needs his attention. This immediately creates tension with Haley. Elsewhere, Chelsea and Naomi visit their grandparents. The visit takes an unexpected turn and leaves both shaken. The day is defined by emotional fallout and rising family strain. Danny offers steady support to Vernon as he faces the situation with Anita. Bill inserts himself by offering Anita unsolicited advice. The moment adds further tension. Martin chooses honesty and fully opens up to Smitty. Kat is less forthcoming and keeps important information from Tomas. Ted reaches out to one of his daughters and surprises her with his perspective. By the end of the day, honesty and secrecy collide, leaving relationships unsettled and emotions exposed. Beyond the Gates, spoilers hint that while there will be some characters in the land of Fairmont Crest that get plenty of presents from Santa this Christmas, below are the top 4 characters that will get coal in their stockings. Who hit St. Nick's 2025 naughty list? See below. Where does one even begin with Haley Hamilton? Not only did she purposely break up Bill Hamilton and Danny Dupree's marriage simply for the money, she's now unfolded a plan to try and poison her hubby to cash in on a $10 million life insurance plan. On top of all that, she's flirting up a storm with Isaiah Hawthorne and will likely come between the budding relationship he has with Eva Thomas. Will Haley get caught in 2026? As the local owner of the casino, Joey Armstrong is the top villain in Fairmont Crest, and he flexed those muscles when he manipulated Doug McBride and took advantage of his gambling addiction. Joey managed to steal his wife, Vanessa McBride. And on top of all that, he also orchestrated Doug's demise. Joey is definitely not going to see anything under that tree for jolly old St. Nick. Speaking of ruining marriages, Leslie Thomas not only destroyed Nicole Dupree's and Ted Richardson's marriage, but she also ran over Laura Peterson and tried to kill her not once, but twice, to accomplish this. One may argue that Leslie's obsession with Ted will be her downfall, but her need to get back at the Duprees is also another reason she's not getting any gifts from Santa. Good thing Leslie inherited all that money, so she can buy her own now. So, Derek Baldwin has a good heart, but faking his progress after an accident that caused his paralysis condition was not a good look. He finally got the attention he wanted from Ashley Morgan. However, it was short-lived when she found out about all his lies. Do you agree with our Santa's naughty list? Comment below, watch your favorite CBS soap daily, and check out this site often for the best Beyond the Gates spoilers, news, and updates. Beyond the Gates kicks off its 2nd season on Friday, January 2. Oddly, more than a month ahead of its anniversary, and based on the preview that CBS just released, it's going to be even hotter than the first. As you'll see in the action-packed sneak peek clip package below, it's all systems go for newlyweds Danny and Andre. In fact, she even calls her Hubba Hubba hubby a sexy genie, who grants all her wishes. In the bedroom, anyway, that's for sure. Elsewhere in the video, we see that Anita, her grim prognosis be damned, is determined to live it up. Ted and Shanice continue to get their flirt on, Martin and Smitty decide it's clothing-optional playtime, and Leslie and Marcel not only wind up in the sack together, he lets her take a hold of his gun. Sir, is that wise? Plus, after pulling away from Andre and dumping Derek, it looks like Ashley's love life is going to get a boost. And yes, that is Emmy winner Jordi Villasuso, late of Guiding Light, All My Children, Days of Our Lives, and Young and Restless, that she's smooching. The actor Instagrammed that he was beyond grateful to be working with this fantastic cast and crew. Can't wait for you all to see a great story unfold. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of December 29th to January 2nd indicate that Anita Dupree will tell the family she has breast cancer, while Shanice Johnson and Ted Richardson share a kiss during New Year's Eve festivities. The Beyond the Gates promo for the week of December 29th has dropped, and there's a lot to unpack, so let's get to it. The preview opens with Joey Armstrong and Vanessa McBride in a crowd at the Fairmont Crest Country Club for New Year's Eve festivities. Everyone has their champagne glasses raised as they shout, "Happy New Year!" The scenes quickly shift to Orphe Jeans, where Shanice and Ted are celebrating at midnight together, and Ted reaches in for a kiss. Yikes! How will Leslie Thomas react to the progression of this romance? Only time will tell. As the promo progresses, there's a New Year's Eve party at Uptown too. Dr. Madison Montgomery is shown as she tells Chelsea Hamilton, "No flippin' way, it's Kenny Lattimore." The R&B singer is revealed on stage, and he'll likely have a few performances that fans can look forward to. Next, the Beyond the Gates weekly promo shows Isaiah Hawthorne with Eva Thomas in her apartment. He notes that he can have a girlfriend with any career, and she stands up to declare, "Woo! What did you just call me?" Leslie then appears with Joey at his casino, where he asks what he can do for her and states that she has a business proposal for him. What will these two be up to next week? Across town, Anita is in a hospital room with Vernon Dupree when he gently tells his wife they need to let the family know. He's likely talking about her breast cancer diagnosis, as the Dupree matriarch wanted to keep it a secret during the holidays. The beans will get spilled, as Vanessa is shown at the Fairmont Crest Country Club's NYE party again, when she says that Nicole Dupree got a call from her father. The blonde wonders if there's an emergency, as a scene is shown of Danny Dupree resting in Andre Richardson's arms on their couch. Danny looks very upset. Danny is then at Bill Hamilton's mansion, very emotional, as Haley Hamilton tells her to get out. Haley is visibly angry as Bill informs Danny there's nothing she needs to say to him right now that is that important. Danny quips back that it's about our girls. The last scene of the promo is of Nicole crying as her back is against the wall. Beyond the Gates spoilers hint that the week of December 29th, January 2nd will be filled with emotional moments, a little romance, and plenty of drama, so it'll be 5 must-see episodes viewers won't want to miss. Here are your Beyond the Gates spoilers for next week. Here's a look ahead at the episodes we'll see from Monday, December 29th, 2025, to Friday, January 2nd, 26. New Year's arrives for our favorite residents and not-so-favorite residents of Fairmont Crest. The scene shows that celebrations are underway at both the Fairmont Crest Country Club and Uptown and Orphe Jeans. Right smack in the middle of the festivities at the country club are Vanessa and Joey, making good on showing Vanessa that he is proud to be seen with her. At Uptown, we have the incredible Kenny Lattimore providing the entertainment, and Madison is amazed at seeing him live. In Orphe Jeans, Ted Richardson and Shanice are having a great time, and as the ball drops, the two turn to each other, and there is a slight pause before the pair share their first kiss. Isaiah and Eva are on the couch together, talking, and Isaiah turns to Eva and tells her he can have a girlfriend and a career. This catches Eva by surprise, and she stands up and asks him what he just called her. This is a first, the actual label put on them. Will this be something Eva wants? Leslie arrives at the back room of Joey's casino, where she is greeted by the mobster and asked what she is doing there. She wastes no time telling him she is there with a business proposal he most certainly wants to hear. Leslie working with Joey can only spell trouble for everyone else. Anita and Vernon are at the hospital, and while alone in the consultation room, Vernon tells his wife that it is time to tell the kids. Anita hates this, but she looks like she agrees. Meanwhile, at the country club, Vanessa notices Nicole's absence and tells someone that Nicole had taken a call from her father earlier and that maybe there had been an emergency. Danny and Andre sit on the couch with Andre holding Danny tight, comforting her. Danny arrives at Bill's house, and immediately Haley yells at her to get out. Bill comes to see what the noise is about and tells Danny when he sees her that there is nothing she needs to say that can't be said in front of Haley. Danny interrupts him and says, "It's about our girls." With Anita and her health crisis, it's a poor time for something else to have gone wrong. Are they predisposed to getting the same type of cancer? Elsewhere, Nicole leans against a wall and breaks down in tears. Can't wait till Monday? We got you! Click the link below to take a look at what's ahead next week. Here's what went down Wednesday, December 24th, 2025, on Beyond the Gates. When Eva and Isaiah straddled nice and naughty lists, Shanice said, "Bah!" to Ted's humbug, and Nicole and Danny got egg on their faces instead of eggnog. On Beyond the Gates, Danny and Andre exchanged Christmas gifts. Not knowing it, they had each gotten each other snow globes from Las Vegas. They laughed that it was appropriate, since Sin City had been where their relationship had taken a turn into something real, and they celebrated having their first Christmas together as a married couple. Eva and Leslie said that, the previous Christmas, neither of them could have envisioned spending this one sipping tea in a country club. The Thomas women were glad that Peaches seemed to be doing better as she opened presents, and they looked forward to sharing their rom-com movie marathon. Eva gave Leslie a plaque that read, "La Belle Château de Thomas," to mount on the front of her house when it was finished, and Leslie surprised Eva with a pair of genuine diamond earrings. When Leslie thanked Eva for forgiving her and being a better daughter than she had been a mother, Eva found that a gift more precious than the diamonds. Leslie couldn't help noticing how Eva lit up when she received a text from Isaiah. Eva was determined to continue her holiday celebration with her mom, but Leslie piped up, "Girl, go see that young man." Eva wondered if Leslie would end up going to visit Marcel, but Leslie replied that all they had done was converse. She had no plans regarding him. At Uptown, Eva met with Isaiah, who lamented that, once again, he had been the problem child at his family's holiday celebration. Isaiah was still grateful that Eva had talked him into reaching out to his fellow Hawthorns, since at least his mother had been glad he had been there. Eva and Isaiah were very complimentary of each other and began flirting heavily, with Eva cooing that she could show Isaiah where she'd hung her stocking with care. Eva brought Isaiah to her apartment and showed him her actual stocking. Isaiah said that Eva had the face of an angel and wondered what she was doing with a bad boy like him. Eva likened him to candy, hard on the outside but gooey and tasty on the inside. Isaiah had her sit on his lap a la Santa and tell him what she wanted for Christmas. Eva slid Isaiah's jacket off, and the two kissed passionately. Naomi and Chelsea sat down at the country club, just having come from Bill's house. The sisters complained that Haley had tried too hard with the holiday meal, which had made them feel sick. They sipped peppermint milkshakes to ease their stomachs, with Chelsea happy they were done humoring the ho-ho-ho. Ted was shocked when Kat stopped by his hotel room with his favorite pizza, knowing that he'd be watching football. Seeing that her father was limited to a version of Scrooge owing to choppy Wi-Fi, Kat made a reference to Scrooge that made Ted feel like he was being accused of something, but Kat pivoted by saying she missed him. Ted acknowledged that he had been thinking about how he, Kat, Martin, and Nicole, and still been a family the previous Christmas. Kat and Ted both wondered where they might be the following holiday, and Kat moved on to the Dupree's celebration, winking to Ted that she was his favorite daughter. Next, Leslie arrived on Ted's door with a sprig of mistletoe. Ted felt that it was enough of a blessing that they had emerged from the year's events as friends. Leslie conceded the point and left, kissing Teddy Bear on the cheek on her way out. In the hallway, Leslie saw Shanice getting off the elevator and heading to Ted's room. "When did that heifer start making house calls?" Leslie griped to herself. Shanice brought Ted a homemade pie from a batch she reserved for friends. Ted asked if that's what they were. Shanice doffed her coat and showed off a flattering dress, saying, "For now." They sat down to watch Scrooge, enjoying their pie and pizza together. Anita futzed with her Christmas decorations, insisting that everything had to be unforgettable. She had anticipated where each family member would be sitting and what they'd be doing, catching herself breezily saying, "Life is short." Vernon listened, as Anita said she wanted to revisit every moment of their Christmas celebration during her upcoming cancer fight, telling his wife that next year will be even better. Sharon and Tracy arrived at the Dupree manse, remembering what it was like to be on tour with Anita during the holidays. Anita informed her friends that she had chosen not to tell anyone else but them and Vernon about her diagnosis until after Christmas. Tracy and Sharon honored Anita's request, though Tracy furrowed a brow when she saw Sharon exchanging a look with Vernon. Nicole, who had just come from dropping off gifts for the country club staff to thank them for their help with Winterfest, joined her parents and the Articulates, making cold and cryptic comments directed at Sharon. As Vernon later shared a private moment with Sharon, Nicole asked Anita to tell her more about her friend. The bulk of the family finally amassed at the Dupree home, with several members having discussions. Vernon brought out a box and smirked that he knew Anita had suddenly been hunting for the vacuum cleaner in recent days, looking for her present. Anita was moved to receive the photo of her first meeting with Vernon that Andre had restored. As relatives championed the patriarch and matriarch for making all of them possible, Anita didn't think anything could top the memento. Vernon looked very pleased with himself. More gifts were exchanged. Chelsea and Kat gave Anita a purse from their line, which had been named after her, and the elder Duprees were shocked to receive from Nicole a trip to anywhere in the world they wanted to go. Both Vernon and Anita knowingly expressed gratitude for having something to look forward to. Nicole couldn't stand it anymore and took Danny aside, declaring that they had to tell Anita that moment that Vernon was cheating on her with Sharon. Danny didn't want to ruin Christmas, but Nicole recalled what it was like to be blindsided with betrayal, as did Danny, and felt it would be better with the family there to help Anita. As Danny continued to object, Anita happened upon her daughters and wondered what they were talking about. Nicole and Danny tried to prepare Anita. There was something about Daddy that she needed to know. When suddenly a voice boomed from the foyer singing "Joy to the World." It was Vernon. Anita couldn't believe that her husband, whose forte had never been singing, was leading her family in a carol. Everyone joined in. Afterwards, Vernon announced that he had had professional help, and Sharon gently waved. Hearing that Vernon had been sneaking away for months and had engaged in some subterfuge to keep his voice lessons with Sharon a secret, Danny and Nicole became sheepish and realized they had worried for nothing. Vernon then prepared everyone for his next song, which he deemed important and necessary. He proceeded to perform "Never Can Say Goodbye," and both Vernon and Anita found new meaning in the lyrics given Anita's diagnosis. A familiar daytime face is back, and his arrival could change everything for Ashley. The young and the restless, Alum Jordi Villasuso has a new gig. He's returning to CBS Daytime on Beyond the Gates, and it appears his character will help turn Ashley's love life around in 2026. Soap Opera Digest confirmed the news of Villasuso's return to soaps. In an official Season 2 promo, the actor who got his start in daytime on CBS's Guiding Light appeared with Jen Jacobs' Ashley in a scene taking place at Uptown. That is all the information available at this time, however. There's no word on who he's playing on BTG or how his character will first connect with Ashley. The Emmy-winning actor's soap credits also include Days of Our Lives and All My Children. On Y&R, Villasuso played determined detective Ray Rosales from 2018 to 2022. Most recently, he has starred as Justin Ramos on the streaming soap opera The Bay, which also features fellow daytime notables like Days' Mary Beth Evans, Matthew Ashford, and Brandon Beamer, as well as BTG's Mike Manning. If Villasuso is playing Ashley's love interest, then that means her personal life is about to take a big turn. The nurse recently broke off an engagement with firefighter Derek. One of the reasons for the breakup had to do with her feelings for Andre, who is now married to former supermodel Danny Dupree. So this means that Ashley isn't just moving on from Derek. She is finally moving on from Andre as well. Beyond the Gates is about to wrap up its first successful season. Next week, the show marks another milestone when it airs its 200th episode. Villasuso will be joining the soap in its second season. He's not the only recent addition. Days' Greg Vaughn has already appeared in 2 episodes of BTG and will return for more. Soap Hub will keep you up to date as more information about Villasuso's character emerges. Take a look at BTG's Season 2 promo below. Brandon Claiborne might have been on another CBS soap opera. Brandon Claiborne is winning fans over with his portrayal of Martin Richardson in Beyond the Gates. But if things had turned out differently, the actor would have called this soap opera his home. Claiborne has become a household name to daytime audiences thanks to BTG. The actor was cast as Martin in October 2024 and made his first appearance on the premiere episode on February 24, 2025. In a recent interview with The Locker Room, the actor revealed that soap operas were his main goal as an actor. "It was always my goal to be on a soap opera, and that started back in 2017 or 2018. So, I think it's meant to be." And before joining BTG, Claiborne had a brief role as Dr. Brent Snyder on General Hospital in 2023. If you recall, he was the physical therapist who helped Curtis after he was shot and paralyzed. But before stepping foot in Port Charles and Fairmont Crest, the actor almost called Genoa City home. In 2018, he auditioned for a role on Y&R, but the opportunity didn't materialize. I was up for a series regular on Young and the Restless. During this time, Michelle Morgan, her role, I think she played Hillary, but something happened with that character. I was supposed to play her love interest. Unfortunately for Claiborne, it was during this time that Morgan opted to leave the soap opera. The show wrote a heartbreaking departure, as Hillary and her baby died after sustaining injuries in a car accident. "My role went up in thin air after that," Claiborne explained. Although things didn't pan out at Y&R, fate had other plans for the actor, who found his new home at BTG. Claiborne has had the opportunity to showcase his acting skills in emotionally charged storylines in 2005. Martin's most poignant storyline was his and Vernon's cover-up of a murder that came back to haunt him. In 2023, Martin and Vernon were driving home when they were attacked by two men. While protecting his grandfather, Martin killed one of the men and severely beat the other. The Duprees and their team immediately went to work to cover up the murder, but years later, their secret was uncovered. As a result, Martin's secret caused trouble in his marriage to Smitty. After a brief separation, the couple reunited and tried to move forward. Martin and Smitty managed to weather the storm in 2025. But can they handle the drama that awaits them in 2026? Here's a BTG Rewind and find out what's about to happen in the week ahead. The Beyond the Gates Spoilers Weekly Update for December 2026 features a look at the week ahead, which includes Leslie spilling the tea about what she thinks is going on between Vernon and Sharon. As a result, that secret is set to explode over what's suddenly an even more important holiday season thanks to Anita'S devastating diagnosis. Also, Haley storms out on Bill. She must be tired of playing second fiddle to the Duprees. We also hit rewind on the week that was. Monday, December 15th, episode number 190. While having coffee with Nicole, Anita received a call from her doctor that left her shaken. They found something during her mammogram, and they needed to biopsy it. So she had the procedure and made sure that the doctor knew that she didn't want her family to know. And now she had to wait for the results. Haley ran into Bill's new client at the firm, and it turned out they shared a past. Her name was Lynette Wise, and the two used to partner up on their cons back in the day. Meanwhile, Joey showed up at Bill's office and suggested that he should run for Congress against Martin Richardson. Joey's worried about a bill coming up that may make what he does harder to do, and that bill would be easier to eliminate if Bill were in office. He even offered to help bankroll the campaign. Bill didn't take it too seriously. Finally, Vernon sought Andre's help with Anita'S gift, restoring an old photo from the beginning of their relationship. Tuesday, December 16th, episode number 191. Anita continued keeping the secret about her biopsy from her family. Instead, she spent time reminiscing about the past with Vernon and figuring out the Dupree Christmas schedule with Danny. Cryptically, however, she asked Danny that if anything happened at her, that she wanted Danny to take care of Vernon. This got Danny worried. Haley met up with Lynette at Uptown, where they reminisced about their shared past as con artists. Lynette called Haley by her real name, Val. Haley told her never to call her that name. So far, it appeared that Lynette wouldn't blow the whistle on what Haley was doing with Bill. Vanessa and Joey hashed out their issues, and Vanessa explained her perspective, that she knew what she wanted, and that was Joey. Vanessa and Joey reaffirmed their relationship. At Orphe Jeans, Kat and Tomas disagreed about what's best for his future. Tomas is on the partner track, and he will now take on a bigger responsibility, one he doesn't have a lot of experience in: criminal law. Kat worried that Tomas would have to compromise himself and his morals working for someone like Bill. Finally, Danny caught Chelsea sneaking around her house looking for her Christmas presents. Wednesday, December 17th, episode number 192. Leslie called on Naomi for help with a new endeavor, the free clinic that Samantha first pitched to Eva. However, Leslie made sure to shut the teen out of the picture so she would be the one to get all the credit. Samantha invited June to help her family trim their Christmas tree. June didn't want to impose, feeling she wasn't a part of the family. Samantha begged to differ. Ted met with Eva and invited her as well. Eva was happy to go, but also didn't want to go head-to-head with Kat. Ted expressed how much he wanted her there. Elsewhere, Isaiah listened to Jacob and Eva and headed over to the precinct, where he told his dad he would come for Christmas. The eggnog part of the celebration, anyway. Carlton set up an elaborate picnic in Nicole's house, where the two decided to get to know each other all over again. They also ate, drank wine, danced, and kissed. Ted, on the other hand, gave Shanice a bird-related gift, which she was reluctant to accept. After all, Ted was aware of her bird phobia. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you!